another robot vacuum to review. This one's brand new. I just happened to come across it while I was searching at Walmart.com. It's only $3.99 with an automatic dirt bin, and it's Lidar based, so it's kind of the best of everything that you want right now. Now we just have to dig into this and see if it's worth $3.99. So this has a lot of very big competitors right now. You have the Persenic M7 Pro with the automatic dirt bin. Then you have the Neobot Nomo, which I've tested both of those, both very solid robots. The bin on those are not the greatest. They do work, but they only suck out maybe about 50% of the dirt bin. And if you have a lot of hair or pets, the dirt bin will typically get clogged because the outlet hole into the dirt bin is very small, and that's a big issue that I had with those two. So for $3.99, I really want to test this guy out, so I bought it. And this is going to be an unboxing. I'm pretty excited to check this guy out. And first thing I want to say, for iHome, they're really not a big company. I've only heard of them from when they used to make speakers for like iPods and stuff. But I will say, and I always say this when there's a really beautiful box, this is probably one of the nicest boxes for presentation that I've seen on any robot vacuum. A lot of detailed information, fantastic colors, and I just love this box. If this was sitting at Walmart in the store, this would draw my attention over any of the other robots, especially the ones, a lot of the Chinese ones come in just a brown cardboard box with no info at all. So, pretty excited. Like I said, it's Lidar based. This is a mopping robot as well, and they call it the Power Mop Enabled. So I'm not sure if that means the mop vibrates or if it just has power to force the liquid into the mopping head. So we're going to put this through all the tests. Another quick thing about this, it is Lidar based, like I said, so you can make a custom map of your entire house. You can tell it to go clean a specific room. I'll have to investigate when I open this to see if it has no-go zones or to-go zones, which is a big thing a lot of robots are doing now. Alright guys, so this guy is also very powerful, claims to have 2700 PA suction, which is way up there. The Roborock S6 Max V, that's one of their highest offerings, and that is the max of 2500 PA suction. So it's possible this guy has more suction than that if their claim is accurate. So enough about this, let's go ahead and open it up and see what you get for $3.99. Pretty excited. I haven't seen any reviews on this, and like I said, I just came across it by chance looking on Walmart's website. So once again, at Walmart, $3.99. Let's check it out. I have a feeling this might be a really good robot. I'm really hoping. But once again, iHome, not a major brand. Live Life Clean. Interesting. Of course, you get the manual. Inside with the manual is a cutting brush. You run this along the roller and this will cut hair out and make it very easy to clean. Here is one of the extra mopping pads. So it is washable, which is really good. I hate that when the companies give you the little cheap, thin pieces of junk that you have to throw away. So it's really nice that this is washable. Most likely there's going to be one more in there, but we'll find out. Robot vacuum itself, we'll get to that in a second. Here is the module that you click into the back of the robot, and it does have another washable pad, which is nice. So from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like there's a separate water tank built into this. You'll fill that tank and it's going to force feed this the water, which is at least a step up from just the driplets that typically cheaper robots have, and those just do a terrible job with anything to do with mopping. All right, you get an extra air filter, which is always nice. An extra side brush. A remote control. Once again, remote controls with Lidar-based systems are not really necessary because most likely you're going to do almost everything with your app. There is the power plug. All right, here's the self-empty bin. Let's see how nice this guy looks, and then I'll compare it to how it looks with the M7 Pro and the Neobot Noma. Also down in the box, and the last thing in the box is one single filter bag for your debris. And let's see if there's one inside of here already, which would be nice if they only give you one. I'm not a huge fan of that. Yes, there is one already installed. Quite large. I'd say this is on par. You know, this might even be a little bit bigger than like the Roomba i7 Plus or S9 Plus. So definitely gonna hold a ton of debris, and it's very cool they give you an extra one. So let's go and check out the robot. So this is kind of rare nowadays. This one only has one side brush, which I think is totally fine. I don't really think the other side is that necessary. It might even make a bigger mess than it needs to, because there's two going on hardwood floors, therefore flicking a lot more out of its way. I'll have to put this against a couple of the other ones that have the dual side brush and see how well it does on hardwood floors. Let's go and peel this back. Nice sleek black gloss finish. So on this, the Lidar dome does click, which is a nice feature to have, because if this goes under your couch or underneath like your bed rail and it clicks, it's going to know that it can't fit and back off, and therefore not hurting the robot. I just realized my Wise robot vacuum, which is $250 but without a dirt bin, it's got the dome but it does not click, and one of the biggest problems I had with that on my recent test is it got stuck under my bed because it thought it could fit but it couldn't, and it got stuck. And it did that multiple times, so there's no way for me to make that particular robot work upstairs unless I block it off or make a no-go zone. All right, let's go and check out the underneath. Very similar to pretty much every other robot vacuum. Has a silicone and a brush roller. Very easy to replace. And like I said, the one side brush. So very similar to almost every single one I test. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the dirt bin. So this bin is very different than the typical robot vacuum mop. This one has a spot for the water tank and the debris bin. Usually the water tank will click on the bottom or just click in completely separately, and usually they're not combined like this. One thing I noticed while I was quickly looking at it, this makes the dirt bin quite a bit smaller. So this might be good for everyday test, but this is gonna probably have an issue when I run it through my stress test. So as you can see, a very shallow, small dirt bin. And then you can see on the bottom here, see those lines? This is where the water gets forced through, and then it drips out of these little driplets onto the pad, forcing the water on. So that is definitely better. That's forcing the water rather than just dripping. So that's about it for this guy. What do you guys think? Do you think an iHome is going to be able to step into the robot vacuum game? I don't know. I'm really hoping for $3.99 after I do all my tests, I can highly recommend it to you guys. I don't know if that's going to be the case, so I try to be as honest as I can, and I'll let you know what I truly think of this guy. So it seems to have everything you want when you're looking for a Lidar-based robot vacuum. Got the self-empty bin, all the different stuff you want for Lidar, the mop. To me, a mop isn't really necessary. If this didn't have the mop, I still would have ordered it. I'm not a big fan of robot vacuum mops. Most people know that if they watch my channel. Okay, well, let me get this plugged in and fully charged, and I'll put it through my first initial test probably tonight. And I'll probably have a video up about this tomorrow letting you know what I think so far. And if you wanted me to do any specific test on this guy, let me know. I'll go ahead and test that out for you. If you're new, please do me a favor, like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And you guys have yourselves an awesome day. See ya.